lovelies, and welcome to Our Sweet Home Life. I'm going to make us a tomato pie today. I've got in the kitchen today and I thought, well, what can I cook today? So I'm going to be making a tomato pie. I have a frozen pie crust that I have allowed to thaw, and I sliced the bottom of it, and I'm going to put it in the oven and let it bake for about 12 minutes. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And so we're going to let that bake for about 12 minutes. In the meantime, I have sliced up 3 nice tomatoes and put them in this little strainer from the strainer of this bowl, because you don't want to have a juicy pie. And I put about a teaspoon of salt and let them set and drain, and then kind of squished them with my fingers so they will drain real well. I have 2 cups of cheddar cheese. I have about 1/4 of a cup of onion, 1/4 of a cup of bell pepper, and I'm going to be putting some garlic salt and some of these crushed red peppers. This is more garlic salt because I'm about out here. And also, let's see, this Mediterranean spice. So that's what I'm going to be adding to my tomato pie, and of course black pepper. And so we're going to get started here, and I'm using some of that produce that Mojo bought yesterday at the pig. That Holly brought in of tomatoes and cucumbers and bell peppers and apples and limes. So we're working on using all of that up. So we'll get back to you when we get the pie crust done and get it cooled a little bit. Well, I just took my pie crust out of the oven. And so I have these tomatoes that I have sliced and drained in this little strainer. I'm kind of crushing them up here. My hands, getting all that juice out. Get that juice coming out. That makes lovely tomato juice if you want to use that for something else. Okay, just gonna take this and put it in our pie crust. Mine is a deep dish pie crust. That's the reason you have to bake your crust first, so it won't be so soupy. Okay, so I have a nice layer of tomatoes. Let me rinse my hands off. Let's see if we can move this over here where you can see it better. Okay. So now I'm going to add a 1/4 cup onion. Sprinkle some of those along. Okay, I think that's enough. A 1/4 cup bell pepper. Okay. So then I'm going to put a little sprinkle of this crushed pepper. You may or may not want to use it. If you don't like spicy, I wouldn't suggest using it. Okay, then I'm going to add about a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic salt. Then I'm going to add a sprinkle of this Italian spice. And now for the topping, I have 2 cups of sharp cheese, and you're supposed to use a cup of mayo, but I did not have a cup of mayo, so I made some of that ranch dressing yesterday, so I am using the rest of that ranch dressing, and I added some sour cream, a couple spoons of sour cream to make it a little bit thicker. So let's see. And I'm mixing that with my cheese. You can use some mozzarella in it. Some recipes call for mozzarella cheese. But I didn't have any mozzarella. I think I need a little bit more cheese. See the layers on that? How pretty that looks. But my cheese mixture is a little bit soupy because I'm not using the mayo. I'm kind of using what I already have. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more of this cheese in here. But you're supposed to use about 3/4 cup of mayo. Okay, yeah, now that's making it thicker. But I'm kind of just using what I have today. So then I'm just going to pour this on top of the pie. And also, if you have some fresh basil, that is very good to use on this as well. And then we're going to bake it on 350 for about 25 minutes. And see how this goes. I've never used ranch dressing. I've always just used the mayo. But since I didn't have any today, I thought, well, I'm just going to try it and see how it tastes. And I believe it's going to be nothing but good. Mama always said nothing but good, so we'll see. Okay, it's looking good, it's smelling good, all that good ranch dressing, smelling good. Okay, and we'll put it in the oven and bake it. We'll put it in the oven and bake it, and I'll let you know how it turns out. Well, it's time to take it out of the oven. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, look at this. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that beautiful? Can't wait to let it cool a little bit. Let it sit a few minutes and then cut it. It's going to be good. Nothing but good, Mama would say.
So I'm going to pour me some of this homemade ranch dressing. Looks good, sweetheart.
Thank you.
So I'm going to try this and make sure that this lives up to her famous reputation.
Does it taste a little bit different?
It does.
I didn't have any mayo, so I had to use that ranch dressing. Which one do you like the best?
Which one?
Do you like it better with mayo, or do you like it better with the ranch dressing?
They both taste good.
They do. The mayo, when you use mayo, it makes it a little bit richer and a little bit more tangy. But this is very good too. They don't taste the same. They both have a unique flavor. But this is good to use when you do not have any mayonnaise.
I was going to say to our people that I had heard of tomato pie for years, but I thought, how crazy is that? So one year we had a lot of tomatoes come in, and she said, I think I'll try tomato pie. So she cooked that pie, and we've been eating them quite often. I say quite often. Ever since then, and I've always enjoyed them. They're very good. Very filling, very tasty. It's a good way to use tomatoes.
And it's good to add you some basil to them too, but I did not have any basil today. But they're very good in the spring and in the summertime when fresh vegetables and tomatoes come in, and you have a lot of them.
But yeah, this is real good, guys. I'm not kidding you, and I'm not lying to you. You really need to try this one. I don't know how hard it is. I don't think it's too hard to make.
No, it's very easy to make. But we appreciate you joining us today at Our Sweet Home Life, and come back and see us again. And we appreciate all of our viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.